everyone? I am going to give you my review of The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yes, The Mandalorian and Grogu. It's what everyone's talking about, and I actually went and saw it. This is a Star Wars movie that came out just a couple days ago, and by the way, it has been, what, like 7 years since the last Star Wars movie came out? Holy cow. So what are my overall thoughts on it? Oh, it sucked. Just like all the others. It was crap, but let me tell you why. Before you click off the video, let me tell you why it sucked. Was it as bad as the Kenobi show? No, that was trash. Was it as bad as, what was it? The Acolyte? No, that was trash. My God, if you want to watch a show that is just absolutely, I mean, it'll kill more brain cells than like an entire cement truck full of alcohol. Good God, was that show retarded? I actually have a review of it, I believe, on my channel. And so you can check that out, reaction review, because goodness. Was it as bad as that? No. Was it as bad as even the sequels? You know, The Rise of Skywalker and The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi? No. So, a lot of L's. They've been taking a lot of L's. But it wasn't good. Now, I never watched, what was it, Ahsoka? I never bothered watching Ahsoka, because who cared at that point? And then there was another one. And then there was also The Mandalorian, which this is based off of. And I think there's like 2 or 3 seasons out. Never watched it. So I went into this movie not knowing anything. Not knowing anything about this character, about Grogu. I didn't even know that thing was Grogu. I thought everyone kept calling him Baby Yoda. I thought it was Baby Yoda. And then when I finally went into the theater, I was thinking about the title. I was like, wait, Mandalorian and Grogu. And I was just thinking like, wait a second, is that little green? Yeah, is that Grogu? I didn't even know. So I went into this completely blank. And honestly, I gotta say, like, for one, it was so weird because the entire movie, no spoilers yet, we'll get into spoilers in a minute, but the entire movie, it was just very bland. I mean, it could be summed up in, hey, get a side quest, fetch quest, go to main person. What's the quest? Okay, go get this. Okay, no, another quest, go to this area. Okay, now come back and call it a day. I mean, it was very basic. It was very safe. It was very generic. I don't know, after 7 years of waiting for a Star Wars movie to come out, why in the world they would go this route. Now, if you haven't seen the TV show, I feel like you kind of need to watch it, because I didn't know what was going on. Like, let me take that back. I knew what was going on in the movie, but I just didn't care. Because I didn't care about these characters, because it seemed like there was some kind of history there that I knew nothing about. And the movie didn't do anything to foster that relationship between the Mandalorian and Grogu. I guess he's his dad or something like that, and it's his adopted child. I was wondering throughout the movie, like, why are you taking him along with you? Does he have some sort of utility? This little Yoda, he's like, half the movie he's retarded, and the other half he uses a little bit of force powers, and he kind of comes in clutch, but in a very lucky, kind of obtuse way that just fumbles around and ends up really helping out the Mandalorian. And so, there was all that going on. And I was just like, all right, well, I guess we're doing this. What are some of the positives? One positive I really liked about this movie was that the Mandalorian kept his helmet on for almost the entire time. Now, there is a scene, and it's not a super spoiler because it's in the trailer, where you can see Pedro Pascal. He didn't have his helmet on in the trailer. And I thought when they took it off that it would stay off for the rest of the movie because it's like halfway through. No, he puts it back on and keeps it on. I hate it when Marvel characters and the superheroes constantly take their mask off and they never wear it. Can't stand it. I know it's because of actor recognition and all that stuff. Can't stand it. So I will give the movie props for that. Pedro Pascal kept his mask on for most of the movie, so that was good. As far as there was another thing that stuck out to me. I don't know if it's a positive or a negative, which was the music. There was this similar track that kept playing in different spots where the Mandalorian was at, and I didn't mind it. Like, I kind of liked it. It was like a weird kind of techno vibe, but I remember thinking that, man, this isn't really Star Wars, is it? Like, it didn't give off a Star Wars feel at all, the music. The music wasn't bad, but it wasn't Star Wars, this particular track that kept playing. So you can put that in any category you want. And the rest was just generic. Like, it was just kind of generic fights. Sometimes the fights took me out of it because I was looking at the dynamics of different things and the logistics, and I just thought, well, this is kind of stupid. Why didn't you do this or that? The power dynamics are kind of all over the place. There's some random stuff going on. The plot was very chalky and just kind of chopped up like a dog's dinner. Like, it was like, what are we doing? You're going here, you're going there, you're going here for this, you're going there. It felt like a side quest in an RPG, to be honest with you. And I don't even know what the point of any of it was. The entire movie to me just kind of came across as pointless, as the Resistance is doing something against the evil Empire that no longer apparently exists. And I just didn't care about any of the people. I saw what they were trying to do in some points, how they were trying to build up certain, not just tension, but stakes between the Mandalorian and the Grogu little creature. But man, they fumbled. Like, there were just a few scenes throughout where I just thought, hey, you know, I see that they're trying, that they care about each other. They're kind of endearing, I guess. But then it kind of quickly goes away. Honestly, I thought halfway through the movie it was weird, because halfway through the movie, the first hour and a half, I guess, was actually this kind of condensed story of, hey, we got a job for you, something, go do this, something, kill, defeat, end quest. And it felt like it was tied up in a bow. But then the movie kept going after that. And it was like a second half of stuff going on, and I just thought, oh, geez, okay, I guess. But it was just so bland. Like, it wasn't as bad as some of those other Star Wars movies, but it was very bland. Oh, I did watch Rogue One. I liked that one. The only thing I actually liked about it, though, was it Rogue One? It was the scene with Darth Vader going through the hallway. That's the only thing anyone cares about in that entire movie, if that's the one I'm thinking of. Darth Vader going through this hallway and just killing a bunch of people. Everything else was whatever. But I didn't know anything about this, and it didn't really fill me in. It's just like, okay, this is the Mandalorian, I guess an ex-bounty hunter working for the Resistance now. Why is this creature with him? Is it just fan service? Is it just, hey, come buy our merchandise? Whatever. Acting sucked. Acting really sucked. Especially from Mrs. Sigourney Weaver here. Mrs. I was in a popular Alien movie at one time, and now I'm like 50 years older now. Good God, was she honing it in. Even at first I thought, wow, your acting's kind of bland. Once we get to the last part of the movie, I was like, wow, she was just having a bad day. My goodness. None of the rest of these people matter. I don't even know who this guy is. Who is this, Rod of the Hutt? Oh, okay. That's who he plays? Oh, all right. And none of these other people mattered. I don't even know who this person was. It was just bland and generic. I wouldn't waste your money on it. Those are my overall thoughts. So, what are the spoilers? Let's just get into those real fast, and let me give you a breakdown so you don't have to go and see it. Which is kind of sad, but I mean, let's just face it. If you're still a fan of Star Wars at this point, and you're a fan of modern-day Disney Star Wars, you're either a child, or... or, let me give three options. Either, you know, you're a really nice person, and you just like the fancy colors and all the universe and stuff, and you just like turning your brain off and you like it. Okay, no shade. I don't want to insult people who are just like, you know, all right, I know it's not the best, but I like it. Okay, that's fine. All right, let me put you to the side for a second. Second, you're a child. Or third, you're a tard. Or in denial. You're just in absolute denial. I mean, it's one thing to say I like it. Okay, fine. But if you think it's good, that's another thing. Any person who says this stuff is good, I think you're just in denial, man. What can I say? I think that you're trying to hold on to something that has long been killed. Anyways, spoilers. So Mandalorian's part of the Resistance. He shows up to plank Sigourney Weaver, and the movie starts off with him killing this guy. It's like this super duper evil guy who's at this evil table, and he's talking to evil people, and he shoots an evil person to show how evil he is. Long story short, Mandalorian tracks him down and kills him to show how much of a badass he is. So Mandalorian goes back to Sigourney Weaver, whose name is Ward. It felt like a long TV show episode than an actual movie. And she gives him a task. She says, hey, there's this guy, duper evil guy. We don't know anything about him. We don't know what he looks like. And the Mandalorian's like, well, how do we get him? You gotta go to the huts. There are these 2 twin huts. And go talk to them and make a deal with them and they'll tell you. And they say, hey, we have a blood relative who is Jabba the Hutt's son. Go get our nephew. Let's just say he's a nephew. And to make a long story short, the Mandalorian gets molested by like this giant snake and poisoned. Baby Grogu uses the stupid force powers to heal him, like what Rey introduced. They blow the hell out of this place where the twins are at and get rescued. And that's it. That's the end of the... And man, let me tell you, when Sigourney Weaver shows up with those X-Wings and the other people, she is like falling asleep. She's like, I don't even remember what she said. She's like, all right, release the rocket. Like, she just does not care. No one in this movie felt like they wanted to be there. You replace all the CGI gobbledygook and the music in the background, every person and actor in this movie looked like they were just bored out of their mind. It was insane. So that's the movie. That's the script. Let's see what people are saying. Well, we have Rotten Tomatoes, and Rotten Tomatoes has given it an 89 audience score, and then the critics are 62. So apparently, I'm just insane because apparently many people enjoyed it. 5,000 verified ratings. Well, let's look at some of the reviews, shall we? Critic reviews. What do we want to do? Let's do audience reviews. Here we go. 1 star. No 2 hours. 1 hour at best. Yeah. Might as well just put in on Disney Plus. It really did feel like a TV show. We have 4 stars. A fun, relatively self-contained adventure containing the Mando Grogu story. Amazing visuals. Generic. Outstanding action. It was the power scaling was all over the place, and it was very bland, and some of it was kind of stupid. No scene in the movie was like, oh wow, that really was a good action scene. Not for me. With plenty of humor and heart. I saw where they were trying to do humor and heart, but I didn't think they landed. Enjoy the unexpectedly endearing Rada storyline. Not really. 5 stars, full of action, and saw more of Grogu. Definitely need more of Grogu. Remember, he's the horrible little green thing that sells merchandise. So fun, the time just flew, we loved it. Don't listen to the hate, this movie was awesome, loved every minute of it. It kinda sucked. The Baby Yoda was too fake. There were some good fight scenes. The spaceships jumping to a warp hole and warp speed was terrible. I don't really remember that sticking out to me, but maybe. The movie just didn't quite do it for me. They said the fight scenes were good. I don't think they were really that good, to be honest with you. I mean, the CGI wasn't bad, but nothing really stuck out. And the practical effects, I see what they're trying to do, like the key jangling stuff to the originals. Yeah, no. Not impressed with the direction of Star Wars franchise is headed. Man, boy, 2 hours ago, are you late to the party? We like the continuation of Mandalorian and Grogu's story. We dislike the music, which fell desperately short of its potential, and the level of violence. They say this is a kid-friendly movie. There's like a lot of death. Okay? Which was over the top. Which I'm fine with. I don't mind that in a Star Wars movie. But, you know, the original score from the TV series is brilliant and should have blah, blah, blah. Slow moving with the best part of the movie in the first 10 minutes. Not much in the way of the character or story. The best part of the movie? I don't know if there was one, Matt. Maybe it was at the very beginning. Maybe, I suppose so. Now let's go to Critic List. This is an alternative site that's a little bit more honest than Rotten Tomatoes. So what we have is an audience rating of decent. Let's see. I was recommended this site, and I've never checked it out too much, so I'm not really sure how to navigate it. Oh, we have reviews down here at the bottom. This is 56 decent. Let me see. Does it say... Okay, 41% is out of 73 voters. That's considered decent. 41% is considered decent. I don't know about that. Let's see. Let's go to something short. Oh, there's a big one. Just got out. 60%. It was somewhat fun adventure, but for what the film is doing, the runtime is too damn long. It could have been shortened up, to be honest. What is this? Solid 2-hour long episode of the show. Yeah, like I said, it felt like an episode. Just wish anything important would happen, but Disney is playing it safe. It really did feel safe. Here's a 35% one. Didn't even leave anything. 30%. I didn't like it or hate it. It's just like 3 or 4 episodes of a TV show. It's stitched together. Kids will love it. Now, when I say violence, maybe people are saying it's family friendly because it's like, well, there's no like grotesque blood or dismembering, I suppose. So there's that. If they can tolerate the runtime, wait for it on Disney Plus in just a few months. So there you go. I mean, that's really the gist of it. I thought, like everyone said, I felt like it was very generic. I felt like it was just kind of slop. It wasn't as bad as Kenobi. It wasn't as bad as the sequels. I actually thought it was better than all those other major Star Wars movies, even though their budget was probably just going through the roof like crazy. And, you know, it's not as bad as The Acolyte, good lord. So, I don't know. I guess it depends where you're at right now with Star Wars. If you're still kind of on board, you might like this if you are still willing to turn your brain off. Maybe. And you can take your family to see it. Like I said, there's death in it. I don't think it's rated. What's it rated? What does it say? Does it say PG-13? It's rated PG-13. And I can see that. Like, people die, but it doesn't show anything like too grotesque. In the sense, there's dark themes kind of behind the surface, but there's no like nudity. I don't remember really a lot of any cursing or anything like that. So you can take your family to go see it, and if you want your kids to grow up, you know, mentally challenged, then you can let them watch this, and that's fine and stuff. But if it's not your job to review this stuff, then I probably wouldn't bother. So those are my overall thoughts. Guys, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and also leave a comment down below, which really helps out my channel. All you got to do is make a YouTube account, which is free, and then hitting the like and subscribe button is also free, and I really do appreciate it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Till next time.